Welcome back to another episode of Drunken Alchemy, where we talk about random shit and booze and whatever else we haven't talked about. I don't know. Hi, I'm RabidRae. I'm tired. And and I'm joined by Eldritch, who is also tired.
Hello.
It's sleepy. Oh, man.
It's going to be a low energy kind of recording today.
Yeah. We're sleepy.
Yeah.
But on that note, though, I don't actually have any booze that I'm drinking during today's episode.
Me neither.
I do have coffee. Technically, I have apricot cider boys in the fridge.
I'm
but
jealous.
I don't know. We're gonna have one tomorrow. Anyway,
Okay.
okay. But yes, I do have coffee, and I know there's one thing we haven't ever talked about, and it goes great in coffee. Rum chata.
Yes. I actually have not gotten rum chata in quite some time.
Same. Cause it's been a long time. But I used to love putting that in my coffee because again, a nice creamy cinnamon thing. Like rum chata is perfect as a creamer for coffee, and it worked so well for those days where I knew work was going to be shitty. So I put a little shot of that in the coffee to take to work and have on break, and it was great.
Because who would know?
Nobody. It's just like, oh, it smells like cinnamon.
Yeah.
You can never tell it was booze. Oh man, I come back after break being like, yes, I can handle
just
today.
a little more relaxed. Yeah. Just a tiniest
Again,
little bit.
That's I disclaimer, that is not recommended. You shouldn't be drinking at work. But some of y'all understand. There are just jobs that are toxic as fuck. Like the work environment is horrible and it's stressful. And sometimes there's just that fuck it. I'm going to put a little tiny bit,
Yeah, there's just...
And it's not like it was every day.
Yeah,
but
no. There's a need to self-medicate sometimes. It's just kind of how life goes. Yeah. I've had those days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you come home for lunch, like, I need like a shot or something because otherwise I'm not going back. Yeah. Because just a little bit. Obviously, we're not even talking about getting buzzed. It's just like a tiny little
like
relaxer.
A shot worth or something. You take one shot and it's good to go.
So you're not impaired. You're just calmer.
No. Yes, you're calmer. Again, still not recommended.
No.
To really
no,
do,
I know.
But obviously, we've done it.
We can't
and
recommend
sure
it.
Plenty of other people. Yeah, plenty
legally,
of other people have. But yes,
but
again,
wink.
Yes, yeah.
Do what you have to do. If you're not going to survive your work day, or if somebody else might not survive your work day.
if it helps prevent murder, it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
Which is why coffee was always necessary to have for working and just on a daily basis anyway. It's safer for my husband that way.
Safer for everyone.
While I don't have rum chata, I did put some cinnamon in this hazelnut coffee, and it's still delicious. I couldn't find my nutmeg though. I was going to sprinkle some of that in too because that's really nice to go in there too.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so again, that's our kind of, I don't know, little nod to the booze because Drunken Alchemy, like
it's the little alchemy tidbit for the episode because there has to be something.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. Just something.
Yeah. A little bit of rum chata in your coffee goes a long way.
Yeah. I mean, I know other people that'll put like amaretto or something in there too.
I can see that working. It's very sweet.
Frangelico,
I understand, but meh. That's not really for me.
Yeah, but yes, the rum chata, I think it just works as a really good creamer.
Yeah,
for coffee. And now I kind of want to get some next time at the store.
I kind of do too.
I'll forget about it, I'm sure, but we'll see.
Well, we kind of need to do a liquor store run anyway, so we can scour for like the vanilla ice cream replacement for Sundaes.
True, we do need to do that. And get some little bottles to try and record the dice game.
Oh, I can't wait to do that. Yes, we're definitely doing that. Yes.
We need to do that shit too. So we have stuff. We have stuff. So
yeah, we're gonna grab so many mini bottles. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yes. It'll be great. It'll be great. But yeah. Otherwise, I think today we were just gonna kind of, I don't know, we're just talk about gaming and stuff because, games are God, words are hard. Games are fun. Okay,
the games are part of life now, so
they pretty much are. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. When I first started gaming, okay, this is back in the Commodore 64 days.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Classic.
I know we're old.
I know. I don't need reminding of that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ouch. I'm sitting down. Things are still just hurting, aching. But yes, I think we'll start off with, Eldritch. What has been your favorite video game you've ever played so far?
Oh, God. I think it
or series.
Depends on my mood and what I'm in, what I feel like playing, because I'm a huge horror fan. I love all things creepy. So I would say at the top of my best games ever list is going to remain Silent Hill 2. But I am not necessarily always in the mood to play that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm gonna go for like, we're on the spot now. I don't know. I feel like for real fun. If I'm playing solo, it's probably going to be back to the Super Nintendo for the Donkey Kong Country games, also specifically 2. That was the best of the trilogy. If I am playing with my sister, I think I have to call it battle mode in Mario Kart, because I have never laughed so hard in my entire life than just us popping balloons and just attacking each other on screen. We both were in a fit of giggles so bad that I think we were both sore for days. It was great.
And yeah, here's the thing. I've never played the Silent Hill games.
Oh, God.
Never played the Donkey Kong games. Because I didn't grow up with the Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis.
Hey, yep.
I
didn't grow up with any systems necessarily. I had to play at friends' houses. But the first system I bought for myself was a Super Nintendo. And it was well after the fact. I mean, this was this had to be in the 90s. So but they kept re-releasing the consoles, making them better and stuff. It's like, oh hey, there's a top loader now. Like, cool. It's not that expensive. I love Super Nintendo games. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna actually have one that's mine. So
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Most of my nostalgia revolves around that, I think, because it was my console.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't think I've never bought a console. Like Tom has, my husband. But otherwise it was, obviously the parents bought the Genesis. I did have my own handheld when I was younger. Mm-hmm. Again, it was the Sega Game Gear.
Because that was vastly superior.
Big, chunky thing. Holy crap!
But
that thing's
the screen, it looked
that's
so
still bigger
good.
than the Steam Deck that's out now.
Yeah,
like that thing's a chonker. Oh my god, it's so huge. But again, going back to the favorite games, there's a reason why I had that.
Ah, yes.
Because my favorite game of all time still remains Shining Force 2. Again, that was the first video game that I played where, I was like, oh, let me try this out. It was like a random thing. Like, had some dude with a sword on the cover. I was like, oh, this looks like a cool game. Sure, I'll try it out. We rented it from the grocery store.
I remember when the grocery store had video rentals.
I remember when the grocery store you could have videos and rent games and stuff. That's how far. Yeah. Oh God, I think something else just cracked. But yeah, we rented it, and I was playing it, and I was like, oh man, like I'm really into this game. Like it's a tactical, battle system and stuff like that, and I really like the combat system. That was the very first game I ever was like. Oh, I don't feel good. I can't. I don't feel good enough to go to school today, and then just sat and just instantly once everybody left the house, I was just sitting there playing that game all day, and then of course people come home, I'm back in bed. Oh yeah, I was just still resting. But yeah, I remember there was like a couple days when we rented that I was like, oh yeah, I don't feel good. My tummy aches. And, I don't feel good, man. Because I just wanted to sit and play the game. That's, that was the first game I got addicted to. And yeah, I've played that game so many times. And I have it on, I had it on the Genesis. And then there was a Shining Force game on the Game Gear, which is why I wanted that. Because it was that, so I had that. I've had it on... I have it on an iPod Touch. I have that and play it like at work on break, like on that thing. Like it just, yeah. Like it just anytime, I'm sure I've gotten it for emulators so I can play it on the computer. Like anywhere I can find it, I'm like, gimme. Because I just love that game so much. And I've played through it like so many times and it doesn't even matter. Like I just keep going and it's still fun because again, I like the tactical, thing of it. If anybody's played Final Fantasy Tactics, you know the kind of battle system I'm talking about. Where, you have an entire group of people on the field and everyone has like different, movement ranges and like attack types and magic and all that kind of stuff. It's a great game. For PC, I feel like it's still Settlers 2. Settlers 2 and 4 were great games. Civilization, those games, Civ 2, like that, there's a lot of 2s.
That's what I was just gonna...
But like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, especially when they were originally making these things, they would get their foot in the door with a game... And then they would improve everything about it for the sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And then the studios would meddle after that, and then they would go downhill again.
Yeah.
So it's like the second games were always the best of a series.
Yeah.
Because like the first one was rough, second one was perfect, third one, the higher ups would be like, we need to make money. Keep making this a series.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know, I mean, Civ, like, they didn't... Over the years, they haven't changed that much about it, really. Like, it still plays the same. But yeah, Civ 2, that was, like, the first game that I think, stayed up way too late doing, just one more turn. I'll just play one more turn. And then I'll go to bed. And then suddenly it's, like, 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I have to be up for school in, like, a couple hours. Like, oh, fuck me.
Also, shout out to The Sims. For that same kind of problem.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, Sims 2. When
I'll just have them go to work one more day, and then I'll buy this, and I'll upgrade that, and yeah. Oh wait, now I got to take care of. They got to eat. Okay, you got to do that. It's always one more thing. But yes, those games. I think that's. I don't know. Like.
You look up. It's 5 hours later. What the fuck?
And there are still some games that do that.
Right. Transition time.
Yeah. Transition. I don't know why I had to sing that, but yeah. So again, that kind of gives you an idea of our favorite games, you know. But in more recent gaming things, again, you know, like we talked about what games, basically, you know, the favorites from our youth.
Yes, the nostalgic games.
But yes, the nostalgic games. But like recently, you know, I play a lot of, like, again, colony builders, which does go back to, you know, like the Settlers and Civ and stuff like that. But yeah, I still love those kind of games. But I've gotten hugely into survival games. And, you know, like, again, I put a lot of hours into Ark because fucking dinosaurs, like, that's, I mean, not, there are dinosaurs. You don't, it's.
That is not part of the mechanic. No.
God damn it. Why do I keep doing this? I'm making bad. I'm not, anyway, so. But yeah, dinosaurs are awesome. Loved dinosaurs as a kid. So Ark was great. And that was the first, like, real, like, survival game that I had played. And after that, I was just, like, hooked. So yeah, I've played a lot of Ark. You know, like this Conan, Icarus, you know, just things like that. Like, it's definitely a lot of that. But yes, there are still colony builders that do have the survival thing in it, like RimWorld.
Dun, 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 dun. RimWorld. Oh my fucking god.
RimWorld. Yes. We can dive into that. If you are listening to this and you're not aware, there are some playthrough videos of us in RimWorld. I had made a Drunken Alchemy colony, and Rabid and Eldritch are in there and running things and you know.
Yeah.
We got minions and it's yeah, the chaos.
We will continue
in chaos
this.
That. Oh my god. But yeah. The chaos is what makes RimWorld amazing. Again, it's a colony builder and survival, like, game all in one, because, you know, you start off, you got a couple people, you build up a little town, you know, you got to make sure you have food and, like, clothes and all that kind of stuff. You know, you get raided, you know, like there's it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the randomness of that game. The random events that happen, you know, like, it gets ridiculous. And I know, Eldritch, you've had fun watching that because of the stories that just develop.
Just the things that characters will do. out of fucking nowhere. Like, why are you so upset? And then they do something insane.
Yeah. Like, go on an insulting spree and then get their ass kicked.
3 fucking times. This guy would not learn.
I know. That's why we had to kick him out. I was like, fuck you, dude.
We didn't kick him out. We killed him.
Oh, that's right. We killed him in the group. That's right. Don't start shit. Don't start shit with the alchemist, man. We will fuck you up.
Yeah. Well, there was,
and then we'll steal your skull and put it on a pike.
Yes.
But yes, RimWorld, again, the randomness that happens. I mean, I have stories, and I should probably just record little short things of, like, you know, here's the RimWorld stories of things that have happened when I've played this game. So I suppose look forward to those. But yes, the current one, I'm trying to think of, like, what's the craziest stuff that has happened in that Drunken Alchemy run.
Craziest? I mean, that instance with taking that group in and then getting the secondary, goal
I suppose
of
that whole thing,
like, killing them. Like, oh, well, if they were less shitty people, I might be opposed to this, but I kind of hate them, so let's do it.
Yeah. So that was one of the quests that happened. It was like, oh, here's this group that want to, you know, they want a little refugees or something like that. And they're like, hey, we just want to stay here for a little bit, like we'll help work, and do whatever while we're here. Just, let us stay. So I was like, you know what? Cool. I could use 4 people to like do random shit. They come in. I finally look at their stats. They sucked. None of them were useful. I mean, they were doing basic bitch duties like, oh, go haul shit or clean the floors or I don't know.
Construct things
like,
because we weren't
yeah,
done
go
constructing.
build something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were not great.
No.
And then one of those guys was like a complete and total dick and kept getting in fights with everybody.
Yeah.
And,
this is the person with the highest social score, by the way. But no.
I know.
No.
I know.
Went and just like insulted people constantly. And then
oh my
got
God, yeah.
a beat down every time.
Yeah, because he'd insult somebody, and then they turn around and be like, what the fuck did you say, bro? Boom. And like, and then he's in the hospital. Yeah. And it's like,
well, you're not even helping here and you're making everybody angry.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
Because you can't help if you're in the hospital being taken care of.
No. But yeah, so when the secondary quest of like, hey, somebody was like, hey, you know what? I'm
like
offering
the
you
Empire.
some rewards.
Didn't like them.
Yeah, it's like, I'm offering rewards to just kill these people. If you kill them, we'll give you all this stuff. And I was like, normally I'm like, I don't like to do those because like, well, that just sounds shitty. It's like, if you want them dead, go kill them yourself. Like,
yeah,
But
again,
that's not my thing.
These people really suck.
But yeah, they were super shitty, and I didn't really feel bad about like just murdering them and getting some better shit for it. So
yeah, maybe some goodwill.
So we did that
with a different faction.
Yeah, I was like, it's fine, sure, why not? So yeah, we did
it's
that.
Against
but again, that's
the
still
Drunken Alchemy creed, but
kind of, yeah, because it's all about having fun. But it kind of fits in the thing, though. If you're being a dick, we don't want you hanging out.
No.
Granted, in real life, that doesn't mean we're gonna, be violent and, put your head on a pike. But still, like, don't be a dick,
It is one of the rules. Like, don't be an asshole.
It is still in there. So yeah. But yes, RimWorld is just craziness, and like I said, that's not even the craziest stories that I have.
No, but
this has been rather tame, actually.
Yeah.
It's been rather tame.
I'm trying to think of like
stories.
Real crazy things that have happened, and I'm just not coming up with any.
Well, there was that incident with the caribou that I had to reload. Because didn't you get murdered by the caribou or something?
I think.
Or somebody got killed by the caribou.
Yeah.
Because you were hunting, and then all the caribou herd was like, oh, nah, bitch. And then they came and attacked,
revenge.
And like, somebody got killed. So we had a caribou incident. Usually it's deer. Deer terrify me in RimWorld, because I had so many runs early on when I first was playing this game where I would go to hunt a deer, and then the entire herd of 15 deer would enrage and then come and attack my entire town. And one time they killed everybody because it was that early on in the game and nobody had any good weapons. And they killed my entire fucking murder deer, killed my entire colony. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was crazy. But yes, that game and like the amount of mods that you can add onto it. Like, I could have dinosaurs in the game.
Sure.
I could have dinosaurs. They're cute. Some of them are actually really cute.
You can have Eldritch Abominations in this game.
Yes, you can have Eldritch Abominations. Like, you can, there's so much shit. And the expansions that they've had have been really good. The last one that they put out was really, really good. I love the biotech one. Like, that one is amazing. Being able to make all the little mechs.
Oh,
and,
they're so cute.
Granted, you have to, there's the whole kid thing, but, you can get the little snip and not have to worry about having kids. So that's heavenly. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to deal with children.
Or, you have an entire colony made of women and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. Which, at some point,
nobody's getting pregnant.
Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to redo the Amazon Cannibal Cult.
Yes. That's going to be a fun one.
It's just too good. It's too good.
Talk about bizarre and violent things you can do.
Oh, yeah.
Being a cannibal. It's an
Yeah,
option.
yeah. There's a whole thing in there that you can. I mean, that was already. I want to say that was already a trait that you could have, but now with the ideology one, DLC, now that can be part of your like religion basically.
Right.
Like you can be like, yeah, hey, like we eat human meat and it's fine. And
and you
if
put
you
skulls
want to do
on
that,
pikes.
that's that's the thing you can do.
Right.
But
You eat other humans
yeah,
and
you
you
could-
harvest skulls from them.
mm-hmm.
Unless
I mean, you could make
your pets claim it first and eat their head.
Yeah, true. We did have that. We had a cat eat the head of somebody, and then we couldn't extract its skull because it ate it. I was like, why can't I extract this skull? Oh, there's no head anymore. Bitten off by the cat.
The cat
Okay.
ate his head. Oh, all right.
It's like you couldn't have just gone for like a fleshier bit,
I don't know. Just
Eat the
really
head?
craving brains or something, I guess.
I guess. I don't know, man. Fucking undead cat walking around. Didn't even know.
No.
Oh, man. God, if they ever introduce that.
Oh, zombie. Oh, no.
If they have like a zombie thing where like if somebody dies, they have a chance of coming back as a zombie, or like people can crawl out of the graves and come back.
Oh, no. I mean,
How funny would
everybody
that
does
be?
zombies, so I'm kind of glad they didn't.
I know, but still, it'd be a fun little thing that you could like.
Pop culture is concerned.
Yeah, I know. I still do love zombie games though, like 7 Days to Die. I fucking love that game. But yes, zombies did get quite popular for a while there. It seems to have kind of died down a bit. I mean, there's still a lot of zombie games, people are still making those, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be a fun little mod just to toss in for like Halloween-ish time. Mm-hmm. So you could have a little Halloween event.
I mean,
like holiday
it would
events.
certainly add a little extra spice if there were people dying all over the place and they rose from the graves. I'm like, that's kind of a problem.
But yeah,
especially since we had to add an extra row of graves. I think it would be a problem if they all rose.
True. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. But technically, they wouldn't have any weapons.
Also, they don't have
Maybe all,
heads,
like,
so they
half-rotted
probably
stuff.
shouldn't.
Yeah,
be able
some of
to.
them. Yeah, some of them. Yeah, wouldn't have to worry about being bitten.
Well, without a brain,
That's the
they
quiet
shouldn't-
one just shuffling
they
through because there's
shouldn't
no.
be able to- yeah. They shouldn't be able to do anything. They shouldn't even be able to get up because there's no brain.
Yeah, that one's fun. But I mean, considering how we've pretty much extracted the skull of everyone, I don't think we would have a problem.
I know.
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
If we can, I don't think. Yeah, so I don't think we would actually have to worry about it in the Drunken Alchemy Colony.
Okay, all right.
So we've removed that shit. So
problem
go.
solved. We
Yeah,
took the Walking
accidentally
Dead approach. I
prepped
mean,
for the
you
future.
don't let them come back. You just, destroy the brains before you bury them.
There you go. Like done.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Just in case. You never know.
Exactly. Oh my god. But yes, make sure you check out the RimWorld playthroughs because they're fun, and I'm sure we'll have more. And like I said, I will try to just make some little videos about the RimWorld stories because again, RimWorld is full of chaos, and that's why it's so fun, and that's why it has so much replayability, because the random chance of events and just the stats that you get and the like world map and everything, like it's a game on shuffle mode all the time, and it's wonderful and ridiculous and just it's so good.
Yep. And just, the factions, the names of the places, it's all very silly.
Oh my god, yeah.
The randomly
yes,
generated
such a
stuff in
silly
that game is just ridiculous.
Yup. It's I mean, I don't know. It's ridiculous and random, and I love it. And I know you've been entertained by it as well.
It doesn't get old because there's always something different happening. Like, oh, well, that's a new one.
Yep. Like if you had time to play,
right?
Yeah.
It is
I'm
probably
sure you
one of those
would.
games I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's probably.
some crazy shit.
But yes, those are, again, those are lovely games,
Yes.
play during the week
And-
and try to.
Right. Even though I don't have time to play video games too much anymore, there is a game I always make time for every week. Which is not a video game, guys. It's a tabletop game.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, something that we have talked about even in the first episode.
Yes.
Because
It's very
it
important.
indeed spawned Drunken Alchemy.
Yep.
But yeah, we are talking about tabletop RPGs, Vampire the Masquerade specifically.
My God. Yes. Thing that saves my sanity every weekend. It's like,
You're
fuck the
welcome.
world. Let's go be somewhere else.
Let's go be vampires.
Exactly. Oh my God. I want to be a
Or
vampire
mages.
for a while.
Or
whatever.
or just,
yeah. We've started
Or,
including a lot
whatever,
of
like,
other...
oh my God, yeah, I have so much shit in this campaign. Again, I think we talked about it a little bit in the first episode, but like, we've been doing this since 2010.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Like, I think officially we started a little bit like November or something like that in 2009.
But I
still,
didn't join
2010,
until
I think, was when you
like March
Yeah.
or so of 2010. It was early.
But again, we hadn't been
God,
we still
that
hadn't
means
been
it's
doing
like
it that long.
An anniversary.
So, I mean,
As of recording, it is March. So, yeah, it's I don't remember the exact day or anything, but it was this time of year.
Yeah. But oh my God, yeah. So that's 13 years.
What?
13 years.
Lucky
We've been playing the
13.
same game. We've been playing the same game
Yeah.
just about every week.
Very
Pending
close. Yeah.
Pending, like anytime, like if we're sick or the weather's shitty
Or
a
holidays
holiday.
get in the way. Yeah.
Those are the only reasons that we don't do vamps.
Even during the holidays, we kind of try and
I
make
know, we
time. It's
still
not
try-
Saturdays.
we still try to get it in there.
But if there's a day off somewhere that isn't Saturday, we're like, well, I'm doing family stuff on Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah.
but I have
have
Monday
that day
off
so,
or Thursday
yeah.
off
So
or
we could do-
yeah,
Exactly.
we will still try and make that time.
Oh, yeah.
for
I know you.
an episode, as it were.
You very much. You're like, no, I'm getting my
I
fucking
need my
vamp
fucking
fix.
vamps.
God damn it. Like, I'm doing it.
I am still full time at a place I do not love,
But yes.
and I can't seem to get away.
Hopefully one day. Fingers and toes crossed.
Yep.
But yes, still, vamps, and as you said, it saves your sanity. It saved mine too. Because I was still working at that previous job that was toxic as fuck, again, rum shot in the coffee. Mm-hmm. But yeah, having this game and being able to provide a story and characters that, other people were enjoying and looking forward to, and like that made me feel really good. And it got my brain to focus on other shit besides being at that horrible place. And, could just come up with stuff, more characters, because they just keep popping up.
Alt-itis.
All the time. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
God, I have it so bad.
I think
At least I know you have it too,
both
so
of us.
we're in it together.
Yeah, we have a problem. Keep making more
And
characters.
it's-
like, oh shit.
Well, and it's so bad. It's like so much worse though when you create a new character.
I know because
Then I create at least 5 more because I create
there are
characters
characters
around that
happen
person.
around a new person. Yes,
yeah,
I know.
it's like, oh, here's this person, but like, oh, here's their friends, or here's this link, this other person that like links them to the main story, and that is like, it just, I end up creating a group around, and it's just, oh my God, yeah.
Yep. But we end up with some really good
insane, the
characters that
explosion.
way.
Yeah, I am proud of a lot of my characters that I've made, and again, the creativity that tabletops give you. versus video games is just amazing.
Yeah.
Because you really can do anything you want. Yes, there are technically rule books. There's guides of like, hey, this is how you do their stats on your characters. This is how you roll the dice. What you had to put in there. I mean,
we open the books
again,
occasionally.
Things like vamps. Yeah, occasionally.
I don't remember the last time I looked at a character
Yeah.
sheet.
I know. Well, we just know our characters so well, so it's like, we'll just kind of go with it, But still, with the amount of, things with even just the World of Darkness lore, like, I don't really know a lot of the lore. I haven't looked into it. Like, our campaign, I have homebrewed the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I have my own vampire history, and I have all this stuff in there. And again, the book was kind of a guide on how to create the characters, and that's kind of all we used it for.
Pretty much.
Which I know that's, on that topic is, D&D. Like, I introduced you to that too.
Also fun. I enjoy the role-playing part of Vampire the Masquerade a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
I still enjoy some high fantasy stuff. It's great.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, vamps, like, it's a modern setting.
Yeah, it's weirdly grounded.
Supernatural horror, shit you can do.
I mean,
there.
again, horror buff. I'm really more into that stuff.
I know. And I do like my fantasy. But again, that's why we layered in the D&D to where we have a group of Bruja that play D&D every now and then. So it's the the double role play.
Yep.
So you're playing a character who's playing a character. And
yes, which is super fun, by the way.
And super nerdy.
Oh, God, yes.
But yes, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, a bunch of Bruja and one Nosferatu.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's the one Nosferatu that joined. But yeah, it is so... I don't know. It is so fun. And again, even with that, like, it's so fun to be like, okay, what would this character, like, think of, what's going on in their story? And, like, it's just, there's so many more levels to it. And
what
it's so
kind
much
of
fun.
character would this character create in another campaign?
Exactly. Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. it just, it
Talk about a
fleshes out
deep
your
dive.
characters so much. Oh my God, I know. But yeah, it fleshes out characters so much more, and it's just so much fun. But again, yeah, the D&D versus vamps, I do agree. I like the role play and how intense you can get with vamps. D&D, I've never played with a group that has gotten super super heavy in the role play.
Mm-hmm.
When I did. When I first played D&D in college, like, it was with a group of guys that pretty much, they just wanted to go in and be like, all right, let's just fight it. How do you fight it? Like, all right, let's go. Roll dice. Okay. And they didn't really do a lot of role play, so they were, like, weirded out when I'd come up with creative ways of, like, solving things that didn't involve fighting anything at all. So, like, what? How did you, what? Wait,
it's like,
what?
because I have that power. Duh.
Did not compute. Yeah, it did not compute. I have to share that story.
Definitely.
Short thing too.
Yeah. I mean,
yes,
I do prefer the dice system in D&D. It makes more sense to me. Versus this is the number of dice. I don't like the dice pool thing as much as I like.
Yeah.
This is your skill. This is what you are capable of doing. So when you roll, you add it to the skill you have. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. It's like if you,
and that's the thing. Again, that's one of those things. If you're playing a game, playing a tabletop, role playing game, and you want to adjust the just how you do things, just do it.
Yeah. Nobody's stopping you.
You don't have to play exactly according to what's written in the book. That is a guide. That is like, hey, this is the system we came up with. Tweak it. Adjust things to make it fun for yourself. Like, it's so customizable because you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Because if your dice hate you, it doesn't matter how many you roll. They could all be shitty numbers. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I can do this because I put those
Exactly.
experience points into the character. They should be able to fucking actually land this.
Yeah, and see that I think is kind of how they went with the LARP version of Vamps.
Right. Because it has to be faster,
because it does make it easy. Yeah, it does. Yeah, like you can't be like, I'm in the middle of a LARP and like I'm acting on my thing. Hold on, let me pull out a like handful of dice and roll them,
and then
like,
count
okay,
how many
I got
of
this
them.
many successes.
Yeah,
yeah. Just to be like, all right, let me roll a dice. And now it'd be even easier because you got those like dice rings that you can like spin.
Yeah,
you know, it'd be like, all right, boom, and then you take that number and then you just add the points that you spent. You know, like I have 3 points in this scope.
Makes sense. I should be able to do
it's
that.
It's a dice roll +3. Yeah. So again, there are ways, you know, and you can easily do that, you know, for the tabletop version. Like again, simplify it if you need to, you know, if you like things being complex, then do it that way. Like
whatever. Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Do it
as long as you're having fun, as long as your players are having fun.
If everybody's enjoying it, then you're doing it right.
Yes. Yes. You know, sometimes, and sometimes, you know, you gotta, like, fudge rules, too. You know, because it's like, oh, well, that just, like, fucks up the story. Like, you know what? No, I'm gonna ignore that, and we're just gonna move it along.
I feel like that's a big thing with Vampire the Masquerade specifically. It's like the story is the most important thing. So
that is the definite thing, you know. And that's why in you know, World of Darkness, you are not a dungeon master. You are a storyteller.
Yes. Yes.
That is the title of the person running the game. So I am the storyteller. But I'm also the dungeon master in D&D. So, yeah. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I have, like, maybe 1% of it I've actually written down in notes and stuff over the years.
Oof, yeah.
Otherwise, all that shit's in my brain. Holy shit. If I was to actually sit down and write, like, here's the lore of this, and here, you know, like, here's all the backstory.
I feel
and,
like you might be better off like, just recording it. Just
I might
say
have
it out loud.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Because holy fucking shit. To dictate to myself and be like, okay, all right. Because, yeah, there's just so much. And I don't know. But again, being able to be creative, it's, you know, I mean, it's one of those things of just the evolution of video games and just, you know, games in general. Things get more complex, things get more involved, things get more realistic, surrealistic, you know, like out there. Like, I mean, it's insane how far video games have come with technology. But again, having, you know, the tabletop games and being able to use that creativity to design worlds, and now having the technology to, you know, make your own little minifigures.
Yay.
You know, you can 3D print your own figures and custom design that shit, or like make the entire map, and, you know, like whether it's drawing it out, making it in Photoshop, making it in a map making program, you know, like there's so many ways of adding stuff to it now. So it, you know, it just combines everything, and it's so much fucking fun.
Yeah. The best part of tabletop is it's still only limited by the imagination of the people playing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say funds can play a part in that, but you don't need much to do it.
No.
I mean, if you want to gather all the books and all the
that ends up costing money,
different dice and all this stuff to make your own little dungeons and you know, the 3D models and all this stuff, like, yeah, you can spend a lot. Like, just ask Warhammer people. But like but still, ultimately, just get a couple people. Yeah. You know, get like a source book of something.
Yep. Dice don't cost that much.
Kind of a guide. Oh yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you can get up and running. There's a lot of things out there that have like quick start guides that can easily be like, here's some characters, here's a story, here's how you do the dice rolls, go. So yeah, there's so many different systems out there. I know we talk about Vampire the Masquerade and D&D, but yeah, there's so many different systems. Plenty, like I couldn't even name them all of what know what's out there And, you know, like I know Shadowrun's one that I would love to try. I've played the video games and I really like that. I really like the universe that they have. But yeah, I've never done the tabletop before.
I kind of want to try it too.
So someday. I know. Someday.
Feels like
I'm
that's
sure we'll have a
when-
campaign at some point.
Well, we need. That's one of the ones I feel like we need more people for.
Yeah.
But maybe someday.
We gotta find people.
Yep.
So hey, if anyone's interested in
Starting
playing,
a Shadowrun
playing
campaign.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, doing a Shadowrun campaign. We're interested, and that would be kind of cool.
I would have to look into it. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. I think we've rambled for quite a while.
We have. We've certainly filled out our time.
Oh yeah, we went over the time. But that's what happens when you start talking about games,
Sorry.
especially Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep.
When we get into the tabletop stuff, like we can definitely talk for hours and hours and hours.
Absolutely.
As is the 13 years of Vamps
barely
has
gotten
proven.
the
We
first
can yeah, technically in the story, because we just hop around, we keep making new characters and then we have to do backstories, fill them in, do all that. At least the last time, it was like, oh, we're putting this here in its current time.
Yes.
Like we learned our lesson after several tries, but but still, I think I think as we kind of wrap this up again, we just like gaming.
Yeah.
That's really it. We like gaming and booze, and that's just kind of what Drunken Alchemy is all about.
So you're
Just
going to
having
hear about
fun.
it a lot.
And yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah. Gaming,
Yeah.
booze, and other, entertainment kind of things.
Oh yeah,
Whatever
entertainment things.
movies
Again,
or
movies.
shows we've
Yeah,
watched
movie shows.
recently.
But yes, I think yeah, maybe we should stop this ramble and move on.
Okay.
Maybe we'll I don't know, go do some room world.
That sounds like fun.
Yes. Again, check it out. Thank you all for listening and checking out the podcast and all that stuff. And I guess we'll I don't know. We'll until next time.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye.